You just let me go. Ah! Ow. What is the meaning of this intrusion? We got this C-Dot reviewing a movie, Your Grace. Yeah, so what's the big deal? Reviewing is outlawed in my country, for we have seen the evils of your kind and have banned them from ever hurting us again. Really? What happened to make you hate reviewers so much? I will not speak of it to someone who would dare go against our laws. Guards, execute him. Wait, hold on a second. What on criteria is it now? What if I do a review on a movie you like? And if it's something that will please your grace, could you return me to my homeworld? Very well, but if it is not to my satisfaction, you will leave the city and never return. Agreed? Agreed. Greetings, travelers. I'm your host, the C-Dot that knows a lot, Dr. Waluigi. As we move closer to the fall season, one author's work that comes to mind is the illustrious Ray Bradbury. Bradbury's work involves many novels that take place during fall, including The Halloween Tree, and one of his most popular book and the movie we will be looking at today. This is my review of the 1983 adaptation of Something Wicked This Way Comes. The movie is based on the fourth novel by Bradbury, written in 1962, which was dedicated to Gene Kelly, the director and actor of Singin' in the Rain. He originally intended to make this into a movie with Gene Kelly. Sadly, no one at the time wanted to endorse the film, so Bradbury decided to turn it into a book. In later years, acclaimed actor Kirk Douglas wanted to make this film and was willing to produce the film. However, nothing moved forward and the film was shelved, until Disney was able to acquire the rights to the film and began production in the early 80s, with Jack Clayton to direct and Bradbury stepped in to write the screenplay. Sadly, this led to many disagreements with the producers and directors, so Disney decided to hire a second unit director to reshoot the movie behind the backs of Jack and Bradbury. The movie eventually bombed at the box office, but has grown a small cult following over the years for most Disney fans. The movie is about a carnival coming to a small town in the late fall. However, two boys named Will Holloway and Jim Nightshade discover that the carnival is secretly using the town's residents' desires for more evil deeds. The boys tell Will's father what's going on and decides to help fight against the evil carnival and its ringleader, Mr. Dark. But can they stop him in time, or will the carnival take all of them on their travels? Much of the cast members were new at the time, specifically that of Vidal Peterson and Sean Carson playing the two main leads. While the cast does a really good job for what they had, two of the cast members stand out to me, and those two are Jason Roberts playing the role of Will's father, and the villain of the book and the movie, Mr. Dark, played by Jonathan Pryce. Before I get to Mr. Dark, I'd like to talk about Will's dad, as he plays him perfectly in this role. When I read the book, I saw Mr. Holloway as a man who wanted to be as good as a father could be to his son, play games with him, and take him fishing. However, it's described in the book that he is a very old man. Hell, he's actually 20 years older than his wife is. I bring him up because I feel like he's not mentioned in a lot of people's reviews, which is a shame because I really like him. One of my favorite scenes from the movie is when he goes to the carnival to rescue the boys and is taunted by the carnival as he remembers a time when he almost let Will die. Now let's focus on Mr. Dark. When it comes to Disney villains, everyone usually picks the animated ones. While I've nothing against them, Mr. Dark is quite possibly one of the greatest live action Disney villains and is actually better than the book. While I do like the book's interpretation for how they portray the carnival, the villains are kinda lame. In the book, Mr. Dark is played more as a sneaky weasel-like character, who only appears once in a while until the very end. In the movie, however, Jonathan Pryce plays him as a very gentleman-like character, only getting angry when he doesn't get his way. In the case of this movie, the pauses come from three major things. First are the special effects. For 1983, this movie has some impressive special effects ranging from practical to green screen. The one thing I often don't see a lot of people talk about are how well the effects are in Disney's live action movies. Some of them are silly, like in Escape to Witch Mountain, but this film really pulls off in the special effects department, especially the makeup and the transitions. The second is just how creepy the score is in the film. The film was scored by George Delarue, but was later replaced by James Horner, and while it's sad that he wasn't credited for his work, you can still hear some of Delarue's original score if you know where to listen. I loved how this music feels haunting and how some of the music reminds me of broken carnival ride music, which is probably what the movie makers wanted. Even during the lighter moments, you still get a chilling vibe from the music cues. Finally, we have what may be considered blasphemy to most Bradbury fans, but I did like the changes from the book to the movie. Specifically in the character segments, in the book, we don't really follow that many characters, and it leads only to one or two cool moments. But the movie adds a few extra characters to make us see how evil the carnival truly is. If there is one downgrade for the movie, it has to be the ending. While the movie definitely made the characters more interesting and well developed, I have to agree with most fans of the book that the ending is much better. In the book, we have the father defeat Mr. Dark and a few of his cohorts and escapes with Will and Jen. But what makes the ending creepy is that the carnival just disappears as the sun rises with the few residents of the town it had collected, hinting that while the leaders are gone, the carnival will continue its quest to seek out others to join the carnival. In the movie, the carnival just blows up. There is more to it than that, but I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen the film. It does lead to a happier ending, which is clearly Disney's fault, but hey, that's what happens when you get Disney to do anything with endings. While I agree that the ending is done better in the book, the movie has better characters and very impressive effects. If you love the book, check out the movie. It may surprise you with how much more entertaining the movie is. And if you've never read the book, check it out as well. It gives the ending to the movie a run for its money, at least. I give this movie a 7 out of 10. Thank you all for watching. I'm Dr. Waluigi, and remember, don't judge a book by its cover, because you'll never know what you find inside. Good night, everybody. Well, how was that? I didn't believe it. You actually managed to impress us. Seriously? Does that mean, yes, I will allow you to return home? Woohoo! Whew! Well, I'm back. Time to get started on. Time for you to pay.